doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous. And the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Looking for a man. It's Uiagalelei. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught along the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the first down if he could have stayed in the field of play.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Lucas. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it out. It's Sparks. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He leaves it with his back. Bowls his way forward. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today.
Just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sparks. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look at the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. End off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Bobcats moving quickly to the line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
The third down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another third down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film.
Touchdown, no! And the pummeling has started. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Sparks. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. With jet sweep pass. Shakes off the tackler. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Looking for a man. It's McLeod. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments. See if they can open up this passing game, but early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
He wants to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The give to the right. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Bobcats in the hurry-up. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas State. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The fake. Kicker's going to run for it. They're not going to come close to getting to two. Well, it's an understatement to say they should have just kicked the thing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Uiagalelei. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
There's an example of what happens. A chance to set his feet. The pressure pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires and picked off. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas State.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go in the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
The snap sets up the throw. Fired in there, but incomplete.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Holmes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. As they come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance and call for the false start. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Just when you think you have this offense penned down, they come up with a play like that. Now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking for a crease. It's Lucas. Oh, spins away. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll give it to him again. It's a fumble. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Bobcats. And the defense doing work. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble.
City when it's a country fumble, nobody around. I gotta pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
To throw, it's McLeod. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. Coming out with it, it's Holmes. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo going.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He's got great speed. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, man. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
To the air. It's McLeod. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The Bobcats want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set. 1st down. 1 man in the backfield, and he gets it. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Caught in the backfield. It's Holmes. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Makes the catch. He's got enough. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's the Sparks. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a and it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Quarterback extends the play. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Uiagalelei. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles, getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
The run from the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Grabs it inside the 10. It into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So not even the pass interference could stop that play. They'll